Morning. Good morning. Sure. Audio settings should be right now. Good morning. Welcome to Feedback Friday Art Edition. I am your host, Jacob Johnson, and I'm very zoomed in. Let's see if this is working. Hello, friends. Very fluffy hair today. Uh, can you guys hear me? This is a different webcam, so just kind of making sure that it's working. Let's see. Yeah, you can hear me? Good. Alright. Maybe it's better zoomed out a bit. See my messy place. There we go. That's a good one. Go with that. All right. So, as you can tell, today we're doing art. And we are currently kind of like in an art limbo. Um, we finished up the Fort Rock stuff, and we are literally like one business day off from kind of like beginning the winter hunt content. So technically, I don't have anything tasked up specifically that is like rendering an art piece. So in that case, I'm kind of gonna run with you guys, figure out what to draw together. Um, the papaya base was definitely already suggested by Michelle. Um, I like it. uh, let's take a quick look. That might actually not be a terrible idea. What does a papaya look like? Very green and orange and full of many seeds. Poppy theme would be nice. That's true. Oh, jeez. Um, yeah, actually, this should be kind of a moment of silence. So, lest we forget. Um, feel kind of bad I didn't have this on already. And the shield better be changed. I haven't checked. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, I probably should have delayed starting by at least a minute because, moment of silence. Um, didn't even occur to me what day it was. That's awful. All right. So let's go back to uh, the stream. Um, all right. So we have suggestions for papaya base. One of the ideas that I have is maybe we can just kind of like do a Christmas theme for a trap, because we can always just kind of have more of those. Those are always fun. I don't know about the papyrus base or papaya. Papyrus base is already in the game, obviously, but it's where the papaya base came from. 11, 11, 11, yeah. Ah, the Event Horizon skin. Let's take a quick look. Maybe I'll have a quick idea for that. Be a new one. Hmm. Could potentially do, yeah, the Event Horizon. Lunar base. Skins for bases. Yeah, I don't think that's something we're gonna do. We've kind of like toyed with the idea, but we like keeping it to the traps. I think just kind of it's like you might as well just swap out to a different base. Northern Lights trap. That's kind of nice. Yeah, like what's a trap we might use that doesn't have a skin? Excuse me, one of the cats is getting into some decorations. Hey you, is this into toy? We still have our Christmas, well sorry, not Christmas, Halloween streamers. Um, just the rolls. And Pika decided to get into them. Never. She would never. Snow Brush 2.0. Reissue the Hit Grab Horsey and make it non-LE. Make reindeer skin for it. We're not going to un-LE stuff. But I mean, we could make a new one potentially. Cat playing with Christmas lights trap. Need to chrome the Infinite Labyrinth. Decorate the Treant Mouse. See, think about the decorating of the mice. This is something that Dave and I had discussed recently. Is there's so many winter hunt mice that like there's almost no point to decorating other mice just because in an event area it used to be a case where we'd bring in old familiar mice and decorate them and then throw in, you know, the few specific event mice that belong there. But now there's so many event mice that we need to basically like make a way for you to be able to actually encounter them all without it being a case of like every single mouse has a 2% encounter chance because there's so many. Which we've come up with a pretty good idea for this year, I believe. Going to be starting that next week, basically. Skins for the Fort Rocks traps for the Great Winter Hunt. I mean, we could do that. I'm wondering if people even have them as a thing, right? Like it might be weird to get a trap that is, or sorry, a skin for a trap. It's a very loud plane. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's very loud. Yeah, like creating a skin for a trap that is skinned for an event that like people are potentially not gonna have ready for this year. Like they may not have the trap made, so Christmas cat trap for like the actual trap that we're creating for the Great Winter Hunt, because we're gonna do one, I believe. We're gonna also probably potentially, and this is just kind of like not set in stone, so don't hold me to this, but we're potentially gonna create, you know, like a base trap and then like an upgrade to the trap that you get from kind of like super completing the event. We haven't done that in a little while, and I like it, so we're gonna try and do that, I think. But until we're kind of like locked down on stuff, and they're having a meeting like literally right now, going over the kind of content design. So they're probably going to tweak things. So I don't want to like do the art for it, and then like later on today, kind get contacted and be like, oh, okay, so the idea completely changed, and this is what we're doing now, because that can happen. Which is why I'm not gonna like start an actual trap today. Just doing like a trap skin might be the way to go. Michelle has them both and wants skins for them. I mean, yeah, we could do that. If that's what you guys want. I don't see why we. I mean, it might just encourage people to get the traps more so after. So, like, what one would we do a skin for? I think we could do a skin for the arcane one pretty easily, because it's more of a character, whereas the silver bolt one might be. I mean, we could just kind of like decorate it pretty easily, but what do you guys think? Is that something that you guys would want? I know, like, there's a good chance that most of you might not have the traps. I certainly do not. So. I am an avid player. I'm not nearly as good at the game that I work on as most of the people that play it. Shh. Alex is sassing me. Ooh, Silverbolt can shoot icicles. I like that. That's kind of cool. I mean, that might not be a bad idea. I feel like the Silverbolt is kind of the one that people get before the Droid Archmage, unless they get very lucky. And it might be neat to kind of like get that skin and like be like, now I gotta get the trap. Maybe I'll run it by Dave, see what he thinks, if he's not too busy in the meeting. Am I Larry? I'm working on the mustache. Oh. Dennis has created a stream poll. It's not a bad idea. Go for it. Start voting. Like to get your kind of feedback on it, even if you're not in the chat. So yeah, there's a link in the chat. Go in there and let me know. Does Snow Barrage have a skin? No. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing a skin for Snow Barrage. Oh, instead of the portal at the top, have an open bag of presents shooting icicle bolts. That's neat. Hello, Steven. All right, so votes are coming in. People are pretty okay with it, so that's not bad. Is there a skin for Arcane Trap? Let's see what Arcane Traps we do have. I think like the acronym is like, let's see. I'm trying to think of like what specific traps people would be using. Because there's kind of a few that they're going to be between. Event Horizon. I wish I had the Event Horizon. Can we have something that redecorates a trap into Christmas kitties? Okay. Law trap. Yeah, we don't have a law trap with like a Christmas skin. And I guess what are like the law traps people are kind of wielding right now? Probably like a number of people would have the Slack too, I'd imagine, and then probably like the law laser or yeah, I think it's probably the law laser and the Slack too. And the law laser is like a limited edition one, so I don't think we want to do a skin for that. And then the Slack 2, does it have any skins? Yeah, Scary, Pillow, the Festive. Okay, so we do have the Christmas one from last year, I believe. Yeah, Slack 2 has an Xmas one already. Um, so we won't do that. I think that kind of cuts law out of the options. The engine doubler produces Xmas presents. All right, yeah, it's looking like people want to see Christmas skins for Fort Rock's traps. But if you want to throw in on that, go ahead and jump into the straw poll, steam poll rather, and stream poll rather. Let me know. Today I'm going to work on skins, just because creating a new trap. The thing is, we're currently, like literally right now, finalizing the kind of details of the winter event we're doing. Like the rest of the team is in a meeting currently, and they're going over kind of like the candidate that we have, which I like a lot. But there's a good chance that during the meeting, people are going to raise issues with it, and entire elements can be tweaked and redesigned. And that's often how it goes. You know, like a lot of the time, we'll kind of like the way development works for the hit grab team is we'll kind of like propose, you know, like here's a little idea for an area I have, you know, like what about, you know, like a root beer mountain thing where all the mice like ride around in weird boats and like just, you know, a silly weird idea that, you know, like maybe other developers get excited about. And what ends up happening is you have like this tiny little idea stub and you propose it to kind of like the team in like an email or whatever. And if other developers enjoy the idea, we kind of get together and we just kind of like bounce it back and forth a little bit to kind of like develop the gameplay loop, try and figure out, you know, what would happen, you know, like how do players get in, how do they kind of like get that completion, what keeps them engaged, that kind of thing. And it gets kind of developed between maybe two or three people. And then when we have something that's like concrete enough, that's when we like are like, okay, here's kind of like the plan, and if people like it, we'll slot it in to kind of like the roadmap, and you know, like it'll be a case of kind of, you know, like, oh, okay, so like after we're done this content release and this event or whatever, then we'll like kind of schedule this new idea in, and then when we get to the development state of that, so like currently we are in that point with the Great Winter Hunt, where it's like, all right, we're literally gearing up right now to begin that. That's when like the whole team kind of like comes together on it, and it kind of like gets opened up, and things might get altered back and forth. And so, I mean, it's just kind of it's one way to do creative development, and I think it works pretty good. It's worked for many years now with MouseHunt. So, um, and I always feel like when someone has like a great idea that they love and they bring it to kind of other people who are passionate about the project and know what they're doing, the back and forth, even though it alters the idea, it's basically every single time always kind of like become better afterwards. So I like I like when things change. It's scary though because like maybe you're like, this is my favorite idea and like I love it, but like you need to let that evolve, bounce back and forth. And so basically, what I'm saying is, although I know what I would want to do for a new trap, I have an expectation that there is a chance that like the theming would be changed, and I'd prefer to create this trap to fit with the theme. So I'm gonna have to wait until after to figure out what I can do for that. Giorgio's here. Giorgio's here. Nice face. Uh, yeah, and I was mentioning that you guys are talking about the winter hunt right now. So even though I have an idea, take it. Church, what are you just taking a picture of my face? Um, I think they're like having a meeting right now, but they're watching me, and I don't hear them or anything. They're just creeping on me. Bunch of weirdos. Uh, yeah, so I was mentioning you guys are having your meeting right now. Um, and now this is really awkward. Uh, yeah, so I wasn't going to draw the trap just in case themes kind of get tweaked and adjusted. So we're going to do a trap skin. Right now we're just kind of determining what that is. And there is a good chance that people are interested in having winter hunt skins for the Fort Rocks traps themselves. I should Skype them. I don't think I should, because they're going to be talking like game design stuff, and that's kind of NDA right now, in development. So, all right. Hello, Charlie. Come say hi. Oh, just her tail. All right. Well, what I think we're going to do is a Fort Rocks trap skin. I think people are pretty stoked about that. The polls, let's go check them out. It is currently 38 people to 22. So 63.3% of people, and now 39. Most people want to get a winter hunt skin for the Fort Rocks trap. So now I think we need to tweak the poll to be about, or create a new poll rather, to be about, should we do it on the droid or the crossbow? Charlie? Yeah, no, it's true that like most Archdukes will never use a Fort Rock skin, and I agree with that. But like, unfortunately, a lot of trap skins are not necessarily for everybody. Um, a lot of the time, they are kind of also a collector thing. Santa droid. All right, so new poll has been created. What trap needs a skin? Do we want to do the crossbow or the droid? And I like doing these ones where basically you guys get to direct everything. It's going to be a case of like, okay, well, what do we want to work on? What trap specifically? And then what do you guys want to do with it? Like get all the ideas, all of creation for what this is going to be coming from you guys. So I'm excited to see where this goes. And it's pretty close right now. So crossbow versus droid. Crossbow currently winning. Get in there and vote, please. I mean, Event Horizon Northern Lights is a pretty nice idea. I like that too. And that might be something we might work on as well. I'm just trying to kind of like go with the the popular vote today. I feel like I might be triggering people with this whole vote thing. I'm sorry, guys. Not what I want. Just basically, it is kind of a day of like, I don't have a solid plan on what I'm drawing because we're in that kind of like in between stage. So I like to give it to you guys to figure out what we want to do because it's fun to develop with you guys. So, man, it is neck and neck, guys. We are like nearly at the number of people who had voted specifically that they wanted a 4Rex trap skin. So I feel like all the people who voted yes to that have now voted. Maybe all of them, almost all. But we still need, I think, more of a tiebreaker than this. Wouldn't mind either. Fair. Well, currently the crossbow is winning with 1 vote. Ow, Charlie. Or both. I mean, it depends on how fast I am today. Oh, Droid just pulled ahead with 2 votes. They're tied now. This is going to be tough, guys. Are you trying to tell me I have to draw both? At 42? Okay, there we go. Droid pulled ahead by 1. All right, I'm going to close it in 1 minute starting now. So if you haven't voted, click on the link in the chat. Dennis posted it. And yeah, you have 1 minute. Well, more like 40 seconds. Charlie's just like laying beside me with her paw on my hand. It's very cute. Let's see if I can. Hello, Charizard. Just like holding my hand with her claws. It's a little sharp. I need to trim her nails. It's very sweet cat. And she's not being a butt. Like starting stuff with the other cats. Okay, where are we at? I believe that was the minute. So, what is the poll? Oh my goodness. 1 vote over for the droid. All right, there we have it. 30 to 29. It's so close. Apparently, like, Charlie was somehow copying and pasting into the MouseHunt chat. The bird becomes a droid holding a crossbow. Yeah, droid has it at 30. Crossbow was at 29 when I closed. They're both 30-30 now. So, you know what? Let's just see how much I can get done today. Maybe I'll end up doing both. That would be crazy. All right, I'm closing this page now. I don't see any of the new votes. You're too late. Too late. All right, so I'm going to open up the droid. And you guys get to tell me what to do with it. Find those first. So many weapons. I have to set this to list view, I think. I don't remember what I called it. Ah, Dumble Droid. I mean, that's not the name in the game, is it? I'm kind of sad about that. I like Dumble Droid. Close you, close you. Okay. What's this? There we go. So there we have good old Dumbledroid, not droid archmages. Um, so what do you guys want to do with this character? We have an actual character, so it probably wouldn't be very difficult. No, I'm not going to create it into a Trump skin. The droid riding a reindeer with bubbles on its Santa hat. Bird turns into a reindeer. Could be cute. A little reindeer. Or it could be like a penguin or something. Snow owl. Yeah, that'd be nice. Ow. Charlie's like falling asleep and is just kind of like doing this with her like claws on my hand. A penguin. Pingu. Noot, noot. All right. So, I mean, we have a few props that we can work with. You know, we have like Ganymedes, we have the spellbook, we have a staff, we have the droid himself. The book becomes a gift. I like that. It's pretty holiday theme there. What could we do with the staff then? Ow! Your claws. You know, you're very nice and sweet, but the claws kind of hurt. And I'm gonna have to actually start drawing soon, so I'm gonna have to shift you a little. Candy cane staff. Reindeer. The staff becomes a reindeer. Yeah, it could be like candy cane. This could be a gift. Walking stick. The beam could be like a snowflake pattern. Staff becomes a Christmas tree. Just wielding a Christmas tree. That's good too. And then there's like snowflakes. So, I mean, Santa hat, it's pretty good, right? Or maybe like an elf hat. There you go, Charlie. Go behind the monitor and sleep there. No, don't fall asleep on my keyboard, please. She does this every once in a while. I'll, like, wake up my computer and like the password entry screen to log into it is just like a billion characters. Robes need some white fur trim. Yeah, I like that. Fur trim. Yeah, I like this light changing into like snowflake kind of theme. That's pretty cute. So yeah, he could just have kind of like a Santa suit, or do we want to like do something different with it? A big beard, bushier beard, big fluffy Santa beard. think. Let's kind of, I guess we can kind of tone this down. Put it like 30%. And we can actually just kind of draw on top of it. Jack Frost, actually that might be neat. This is doing kind of more of a like ice themed character. A reindeer suit, that'd be cute. Christmas caroler, could be nice. A turkey. Miss Claus, yeah. Could be Scrooge. Yeah, the bird is just a Thanksgiving turkey. I kind of like the idea of like a penguin that is dressed as an elf. I just think that's kind of cute. Put a little bell on this. The penguin kind of makes me think of Disgaea. I forget what they're called. The Prinnies, I think. Jack Frost might be cool though. Like he could have kind of like a gnarled kind of walking stick that has like ice kind of growing off of it or something. Something like that might be neat. Another Rise of the Guardians reference, yeah, pretty much. I mean, he is floating in the air, so he could be standing on something. Don't eat that cherry. Standing on a pile of presents. Could be good, yeah. I like that. Let's make this kind of gift box here. Okay. Standing atop a chimney. I like it. That's pretty great. Okay, so maybe not the Jack Frost staff. Maybe the candy cane thing with the snow kind of aura around it is good. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. So let's just kind of scribble out. what this guy actually looks like, so I can kind of get the proportions. Of the chimney. Needs needs Christmas mittens to keep his circuits warm and toasty. I like it. Let the penguin hold a candy cane too. Just kind of tucked into its armpit. Don't want it to look like it's stabbed through or something. So maybe it's just here. They just go around delivering candy canes. And he's got to have like little elf shoes. It's part of what makes you an elf. It's your stylish footwear, apparently. Penguin eating the candy cane instead. So he's got to have that big bushy beard, right? As white as snow, as they would say. And then he's going to have like a Santa hat, right? The penguin is kind of smushing with his butt. Penguin thumbnail, I mean, can't go wrong with that, you're right. Beard plus an awesome mustache, yes. In fact, I think I'm going to make the beard come down even further. Massive beard. He's got to have those mittens, as mentioned. With fur trim on everything, basically. I think this is going to be a fun one. Twirly curly mustache. I mean, does Santa have a twirly curly mustache? Maybe. He might. Should probably at least make it symmetrical if I'm going to do that. Yeah, I kind of like the first mustache. Just big, like, wearing it because it is cold where he is. Um, something charming about that to me. Okay, so he's gonna have big, thick sleeves on his big, thick coat for his big, thick robot profile. Except his legs. His legs are gonna be like tiny, tiny little spindles. I have that belt. Some winter boots. Some nice, big, thick clompers. We'll develop these when we render them out, I think. A spectacle for his single eye. I don't know, does Santa wear his glasses when he's on the job, or is it just when he's reading naughty and nice lists? Sack of loot. How could I forget? Where could it be? Maybe it's just kind of like down here beside him. Something like that, maybe? I mean, I almost think that the candy cane could be his naughty and nice list, if we wanted to. Although that might not read as to what that is, whereas a candy cane is at least obvious. Okay, so yeah, he like magically has this floating sack of gifts. Or maybe it's like open and like gifts kind of just float out of it. Something like that. Put like some snow and stuff on the base. It's nice to have a little bit of snow. Alright, so what else do we need? Anything? Change the present. I mean, all these gifts are very loose, just kind of scribbles. Okay, so there it is with the original disappeared now. I think we have a pretty solid design. Concept is neat. And we can have this kind of be this snowflake blast. And just be like kind of light as opposed to a physical object. And I think that's something we can kind of like create at the very end. I think, okay, so we're coming up on our first hour. We have our sketch pretty solid, I think. I think we can work with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to throw on some water to make a tea, and then I will be right back, and we will start to render this out. And it's going to be awesome. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So yeah, I just threw on water. I didn't even need to put up the short break thing. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm not missing too much in the chat. I know that I am. So I mean, I'd like to fit basically everything I can, but that's not always possible. Change the present. All right. Yeah, no, I think we're going to create some kind of motion of the presence. Going to have some kind of magic aura stuff going on. It's not going to just be awkwardly floating, I think. The only concern I have about having like cheese depicted in the trap is you arm your trap with cheese, and I feel like there's kind of a potential conflict there. Thank you, Dennis. A little bit of sword and stone reference with the present growing larger as they exit the sack. I like that. Yeah, we could have kind of a scale going on. That will kind of help indicate that flow where it's kind of like comes out, goes behind, and up to his hand. At least that's the flow I want to go for. How'd it go? Good. Did you really? Oh. Ooh, thank you. Good food. Maybe I will be taking a break very soon. So we're going to have kind of a bigger present in behind. Yeah. Of course, we need to like actually clean these all up. They look very sloppy, which is literally how they were created. Who is that behind? Oh my god. That was Alex. You guys have seen Alex. Make like a hat box style. Yeehaw. Where's my mouse? Give my mouse back, Charlie. This one kind of feels a bit awkward, but I think when we render it out, it might not, and if it does, we can tweak it. This sack looks weird right now. It's very... Cats. Yeah. Wash just perched on his lap with a sweetie. He's a precious little boy. And down he goes. Alex makes cool costumes and does art and all kinds of awesome stuff. Okay, I think our sketch is at a good enough point that we can start to render. So let's do that. Let's see if we care to grab anything from this original. We'll grab the droid color right now. But otherwise, let's just knock this down to lower opacity. Just trying to think of what layers leave things in. No. Let's do all of Santa's suit. We'll do the beard and the fur trim on another layer. go even lighter. Go into kind of the blues a bit. I don't know if I want the fur trim to be the same color and such as the beard, but for now we'll just block it in with those same colors. I can jump back down to the droid gray, do the boots, and then I'm going to do this one for the belt and the boots. Nice. Oh yes, saving is a good idea. Should do that for once. There we go, saved. Go for a brick. Alright, one thing I haven't done yet is given it a little flip. Just to see how weird it looks. It's not horribly weird. A little weird, but not horribly weird. Looks like he's almost surfing it. Okay, so Penguin Boy. Let's go lighter for just blocking this in. Fingernail shoes. These are on a layer above. And his isn't a Santa hat. It's like an elf hat. With a bell on it. All right. Then so far so good. Candy cane. Okay, and then behind the chimney there would be the sack. Then on top of that, be the snow layer. It's 20 layers, this one. Okay, so we got Santa holding a candy cane. So I'll put the candy cane for this guy, the same layer as the shoes. Okay, so he's got a candy cane now. Cup of milk and cookies. Nice. All right. I'm gonna do layer for the gifts really quick. These are again all just placeholder colors and such, just to get the silhouette down. jumping up onto the counter. Okay, so that is everything silhouetted in, I believe. Ooh. Save again. Good idea. Maybe I will eat my breakfast now. Oh, gotta save it as something else. Google Drive. All right. So that is saving. I'm going to take a short break, finish making my tea, and eat a bagel. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. Bye for now. Hello. Maybe listening to Overwatch voice actors.
Chris Pratt also raps. I forgot to mention that. He legitimately raps kind of amazing. I love him so much. All right, Sasha, girl, what you got for us? If you hold all the information, you hold all the cards. In the end, we are all owned by our secrets. Everything can be hacked and everyone. Ang fácil de manipular. My favorite. Both.
Hammer down! Hello, Team Dignitas. This is Ryder. I am here at BlizzCon having the best time ever. Oh, my friend, Levi is back here taking pictures. Have you ever seen something so exciting? I have, because it's you. I'm sending you my best. Honor, justice, Reinhardt, Reinhardt, Reinhardt. Ha-ha!
What a guy.
That's great.
I am back. Yep, now we're just going to render. Wrong layer. I mean, it might not be a bad layer to do that on. No. Just realized I was drawing without my glove. All right. I'm going to drop the sketch down a bit. And drop the sketch down to like 5%. Yeah, the glove just kind of lets my hand glide smoother on the screen. Makes it a little bit easier to work. Oh boy, it's a sad wash. No pants. No. Somebody wants something. You wanna watch? All right. Almost have the main parts kind of rendered out, loosely at least. It's coming together pretty quick. Turn off the sketch completely. Loading. Yeah. All right. Do the candy cane next, I think. A Christmas theme mouse is my favorite to draw. I think Squeaker Claws actually. Really enjoyed Squeaker Claws, and I don't know why. He's good. That's just the one that jumps into my mind right away anyways. I think it's just his pose and stuff. Had some story to it, character. start to appear on this side. Okay, what else? Get some texture to the fabric, perhaps. Maybe if I use the leather brush on the correct layer. Yeah, seems okay. Didn't darken it too much. Yeah, I realized I forgot to post the original, but since I'm doing a skin for it, maybe I'll do a post of both today. Okay. All right. I don't want to lose my like suede highlights, whatever material this is. So I'm gonna bring those back in some spots. Chimney. Let's take a look at the chimney. Turn the sketch on for it, lock down the layer, grab the color. Oh, sorry. I set my mug down and it spooked Charlie, who was asleep. Whoops. Alright, chimney looks pretty good. Go get some candy. Alright, now I need to do the sack. Just do a different layer for those. Cool. Okay, lock these layers. Let's grab this color. Okay. Now to do some gifts. Alright, let's flip this back to where it belongs. And give it a save. Cool. Alright. And I did screw up on the lighting, to be perfectly candid. Normally I light things from the top right area, including the base. Wouldn't take much to tweak it, to be honest, it's just mostly the chimney. If I can just flip it. I'll just shift the snow a bit. Yeah, it's better. Candy cane is off with the lighting, but I think it'll be fine. Let us spruce up the candy cane on this guy, though. Lacking a Christmas tree. Yeah, a lot of chimneys have kind of like it's kind of like your chimney here, and a lot of them have kind of like a little hat kind of thing. So it's like fire's down here, smoke is rising, and then kind of coming out of the sides, right? And rain just kind of like rolls off of it like an umbrella and just kind of goes down the sides, not down the center. But not all of them are like that. Like my family chimney back home, I think it just had mesh on it and a rock sitting on top to prevent like animals from crawling into it. Yeah. Yeah. have to ask Alex. Okay, let's do some gift coloring. Can't help you, buddy.
We're not doing lunch today.
Yeah, I guess we could. Kind of had the bagel, so I didn't really think about it. almost there. Turn the sketch back on for this one, I think, just to see what the shape is even doing. Okay, now to do some ribbon on these. Do a layer above, set it to create clipping mask, and let's start with like a silver, I'd say. Keep in the blues. I think that one just kind of confuses the shape. This one right down the middle. Like I would assume that it's a disaster for the event. What did the mice steal this time? It's also the good old festive comet crashing to the planet every year. Is it too much ribbon? Who knows? This one just has a ton of ribbon. Maybe not that much. All right, now I'm going to lock that layer and can start to have it be neat, reflective. Okay, let's do some stuff with the snow real quick. Okay, let's take a quick look at what we have versus the original trap. So we got a lot of magic glow around stuff, and I want to bring a bit more of that into this. Obviously we still have the candy cane aura thing. So let's do something with that. Turn the sketch back on, perhaps. Maybe it comes from the center right there. No, the mice in Fort Rocks would have been a coincidence. It's not based any off of Doctor Strange. To my understanding, at least. Wait a minute. I think I screwed up. No, I didn't. For a second I was like, wait, do ice crystals have 6 sides or 8 sides? Or snowflakes, rather. Or maybe they do have 6. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to tone it down. Make it fit better. It looks like they do have 6. Hmm. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. Turn off the sketch again, and let's start to have this interact with objects. So it will disappear behind that. I don't know if this looks very good. I don't think it does. I should have done. Probably. I mean, just do it head on. Oh, that looks a little more even. Okay, so now that I've done it head on, now I can kind of just flatten it. So we'll just grab this, cut it, paste it so it's in its own layer, squish it down. Actually, first let's rotate it a tiny bit. And now squish it down. Let's hide the other one first. There we go. See if this looks any better. Okay, and I'm gonna duplicate that just in case. Still looks kind of weird. Let's try an outer glow on it. It's kind of got a cool lightning thing going on, but let's see if we can tighten this up. Maybe normal. Okay, that's starting to look better. This can become white. Some snow in the background might help, yeah. Let's see what can we do. Let's try a stubble brush. But set the spacing to be like crazy far apart. Set the flow to 70%. Get some really big ones. Hmm. I think maybe we need to get a little bit of the magic glow that we had everywhere. I could put names on these. What names shall we use? Alright, so we have VLB. Dana. KDM. What else? Arena. Yes, you can. Just barely fits. Actually, you know what? I'm going to extend this. Let's make it fit. You want the purple one? Sure. Another CB. DM. Got an ML and a Danny. Did I do a Danny? I did Dana. Okay. Oh, did I forget the I in Michelle? No. Did I just spell her name totally wrong? No, I did it right. Add one for Charlie. Alright, I think that's the last one. It's a tiny one for Charlie. Nice. Gonna do a little bit of blending in front of these just to merge them into it a bit. To the magic flow. Nice. Nice. All right. Maybe a little texture on the brick. That might be it. Oh, did. That was the eye I was missing. All right. Nope, both blue gifts have name, I believe. It's like the tiny, tiny, tiny yellow one, but I don't think we need to put a name on that one. Give a tiny bit more love to the penguin. Cool. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Anything you guys can see that I need to change? So I think I will sign off with this. I'll post the original and this one side by side, I think. A lump of coal. Gold buckle on the boots with fur trim. Perhaps. Steely claws. Cool. All right. Oh yeah. One little thing. think less is more for that. Sweet. All right, giving it a save. Complete. I think that is that. Oh, it's like a bow. I don't know if it comes across very well then. It's a silver bow. Yeah, penguin for thumbnail. Let's take a look. It's cute. I like that. All right, I'm calling it on that. Oh wait, it's supposed to be an 80 by 80. Let's try that again. Cool. All right. Then we just need PNG without the base in it. Get that to save. 760. Not a GIF. PNG 24 with transparency. Beauty. Boop, boop. Save. Save it as the original name. All right, awesome. And there it is. I'm going to, let's just do it right here, right now. Which size? No, canvas size. Canvas size. 200%. Yes. You know what? So just placing a turn on. Just gonna do this. There we go. Now let's shift this over. And That'll be for the wallpaper, or my art page. Wonder how much it's gonna smush it though. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to post that to my page. Photos. MouseHunt. Add photos. Oh, you're very welcome, Brian. Thanks for hanging out. Boop. Let's see how the upload looks. Might need to change the orientation of the images to be vertical. Ah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, cool. All right, so it is up on my page. Oh, how long have we been in this mode? Weird. But did I do that thing again where, like, you're just staring at my face forever? Yeah, so it's up on my art page now. Go ahead and head over there, give it a like, and comment on it if you want. Otherwise, I'm going to head out for today, and I will see you guys next week or the week after. We're kind of more loosely scheduled currently, and I think I'm going to be doing more art ones coming up. So keep an eye out, come hang out, and I shall see you guys again next time. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good weekend. Happy hunting.